Markets are mixed this morning as investors digest the final inflation reading of 2023 PCE. As investors look to a potential Santa Claus rally to close out the year, attention is shifting to 2024. So to tell us more on what she's expecting, we've got Michelle Snyder, MarketGauge.com partner and director of trading, research, and education here with us, and a good friend of the show as well. Michelle, great to see you here. So Mish, as we think about what the technicals are telling us going into and perhaps to kick off a potential Santa Claus rally, how strong is the technical case here?
Well, how could you argue when we've gotten close to or taken out all-time highs in certain indices and made the spectacular rally that we've seen in small caps now holding at a very key level? So one would have to think, apart from any kind of consequential thing that happens in the world, which of course, we've got these powder kegs all over, that we should at least hold relatively steady into the end of this year. And in January, start out well. Of course, the Fed has a lot to do with it, and today's numbers really support that. So at this point, we're saying that I think the real growth for next year will be more in the small caps and in the manufacturing industrials. Obviously, the Dow has been the champion so far the last couple of months. See no reason for that to continue right now.
So, Mish, when you're trying to figure out some of those positions or plays that are better positioned than others, you just mentioned some of the names that are at the top of your list. In terms of investment themes, when you're taking a look at some of the technicals and some of the levels here that we are hovering as we start 2024, what's at the top of the list in terms of what you like and why?
Well, I have to say gold. I mean, it's separate from everything we just talked about, right? The roseate picture. But gold, even this morning before it opens, is going near all-time highs. And to me, what it's really telling you right now is, regardless of what's happening, gold is a safety blanket that I think everybody needs to have. And even though this year it hasn't had quite the stellar returns that we've seen in so many other areas, I think that could really change as we go into 2024. And that would also mean silver and probably some of the industrial metals. So that might be the safest call out, I can say right now. But there are other areas I'm looking at as well. What was very interesting to me over the last few months was this sort of you only live once attitude by consumers. Consumers have really helped keep this market up, even though we know that if you look under the surface, there's been a lot of problems with credit card delinquencies and high interest rates, et cetera. They're still out there, even though Nike had the poor earnings. They have actually done what they needed to do to get us to this point. I think we could see a shift in that from, well, let me take care of my family and friends and travel and have fun, to let me take care more of myself. So we're looking at skincare, beauty, fashion, maybe some more cosmetic type surgeries. These kinds of things that people kind of put on the shelf might come back. So we like certain names like Coty and Elf and Ralph Lauren and areas like that will have more personal reflection of people's attitude.